Well, now we come to it. The White Phial. Nurelion said it's here. It's funny, I don't think there's any Daedric connection, but something like this I could see it being the work of Sheagoroth, and it's full of cheese. Yeah. Do I hear a bear? Ah! Oh, dear. Don't make me fuss Roda, you bear! Oh. You have a friend. There's enough fur there to make several warm pairs of boots. They'll look great with my wolf hat. Alright. So if what Nurelion says is true, you can fill this White Phial with a powerful healing potion or anything really, and it will never run out. That's the sort of thing that could be quite useful. Too bad he's probably not going to let me keep it. It'll be worth at least a few thousand gold to him. Something of that much power. You know, while I'm here in this cave, I think I should... Yes, I should try out J'zargo's Flame Cloak scroll. Seems as though it's a good enough time as any to try it out on some Draugr. And this place reeks with Draugr. It should take me any time at all to test it on a few targets. I don't know what kind of confidence I have in that Khajiit, but anything to gain an edge down here. Oh, if I was standing a bit to the right, I would have been a pin cushion. Alright. Alright, J'zargo. Let's see what you've got. Well, now I'm going to have to find another. This is a strange sensation being on fire. Oh, J'zargo, I think this is doing more damage to me than the Draugr. Oh, this is a bit problematic. I feel like a roasted pheasant. Oh. As much as I like this new spell, and by that I mean not at all, I think I'd much prefer to have my bow in my hands. There's a certain comfort and security in holding it. What have we here? The wind blew over the open plain, jostling the blue trees. A few trees within to move back and... I don't have time for reading right now. Oh, I used to love to curl up with a good book and Skywatch and just look over the sea to mainland Tamriel. Ah. Cloak or bow? Cloak. Oh dear. Alright, Jazargo, that's quite enough of this. Fool of a Khajiit. I'm gonna tell him this spell isn't worth the scrolls that they're written on. Best I press onward. You know, when I first started exploring these catacombs, the smell bothered me a bit, but if I'm being honest, I'm rather getting used to it. Can't be too careful. This one still looks juicy. Yuck, these coins are sticky. Now you. Huh. And your friend. You're not gonna fool me. Lovely necklace. Smells a bit funny, though. Should I bother? Alright, one more time, Jazargo. It kind of tickles. One thing I'll say, that flame cloak is, it's pretty cozy. It's like drinking a nice big glass of red wine. Excellent shot. And imagine lying there for hundreds, if not thousands of years, only to be shot in the gut with an arrow. Ah! Ow! My feet. I am the worst at spotting these pressure plates. That's a wonder these ancient Nords never got drunk on all this wine sitting around and stepped on them by accident. Aha! Not gonna get me this time. Huh. Ha ha ha. Yeah! Ah! Alright, did the floating Adronox set that off? Oh, that's not fair. This is why I don't travel with Lydia. But if my Adronox going to be just as bad, I just... no matter. You must press forward. What is this? Something tells me I need to find my way up there. So much gold in these urns. How did he not see me? And what caught his attention? He seems to be quite interested in something to the left. Yes, never mind the elf with the spectral bow. Zargo asked me to check out this spell. I knew I wouldn't have any problem finding the undead. Skyrim is full of Draugr. It crawls with them. I've heard said several times that Skyrim is obsessed with death. And I'm not surprised to hear it because the dead easily outnumbers the living. Conservative estimate would put it at 100 to 1. The skill that must have been required for these ancient Nords to forge metal of this kind and bend it into such a functional catalog. There you are. Oh dear. Goodbye. I remember when Nurelion told me that... Oh! I didn't even see you. He told me that it would take a very skilled alchemist to make it through here. I don't think he realized the amount of combat needed as well. In his condition, he wouldn't have made it past those two bears at the front door. I doubt very much that's the way he wanted to go. Lunch for a bear. Oh, no good can come of this. Lovely garnet. Doesn't see me. Goodbye. I must be better at hiding than I think I am. Anyone else? A leech. This could be powerful. I must put some effort into figuring this shout out. Could prove to be even more useful than the unrelenting force that I learned from the Greybeards so long ago. It seems like long ago, but... Ah, here's the bowl. This is what Nurelion said. And it worked. Nurelion, you mad genius. How long has it been since any mortal has set foot in here? What's this? A game at dinner. Forward from the publisher. The history behind this letter is almost as interesting and dark as the story it tells. The original letter to the mysterious Dwayne was copied and began circulating around the ashlands of Vardenfell a few months ago. In time, a print found its way to the mainland in Prince Lalu Helseth's palace outside Almalexia. While the reader may conclude after reading this letter that the prince would be furious about such a work, impugning His Highness with great malevolence. Quite the reverse was true. Interesting. The House Dress has publicly denounced my work, and indeed no one named Dwayne, despite the suggestion in this letter, has ever been linked to the House. Interesting. Dark Liege Dwayne. You asked for a detailed description of my experience last night and the reasons for my plea to House Dress for another assignment. I hope I have served you well in my capacity as informant in the court of Prince Elisef, a man who I have stated in many previous reports could teach Molag Bal how to scheme. As you know, I've spent nearly a year now working my way into his inner circle of advisors. He was in need of a friendship when he first arrived in Morrowind and eagerly took to me and a few others. Still, he was disinclined to trust any of us, which is perhaps not surprising given his tenuous position in Morrowind society. For your unholiness's recollection, the prince is the eldest son of Baron Zaya, who was once the queen of Morrowind and once the queen of the High Rock Kingdom of Wayrest. At the death of her husband, Prince Helseth's stepfather, King Edwire, there was a power struggle between the prince and Edwire's daughter, the Princess Elisana. Yes, I remember all this. That just strikes me as dark elf gossip. That's all it is. As I recall, Baron Zaya's only other child was named Morgaya. I believe she was the queen of Firsthold back in Alinor. Well, anyway, I didn't come here to read old tomes about ancient elves. I came here to help an elf who was very much dying. Poor Nurelion. And here it is. The white phial. Looks like there's a little bit of a crack in it. Oh, that's not good at all. All I can do now is bring it back to him and hope that he believes that I found it this way. How would something so powerful get cracked? Well, I'm sure he'll be able to fix it. Although first I need to figure out how to get out of this cave. There must be a handle or a... wait. Is there a pulley or a button? No, I must be getting quite blind in my old age. I've got to think I've got to be 60. And I don't believe I've celebrated my birthday here in Skyrim. Yes, I was born in 135 of the Fourth Age, and that would make me 61. And as we elves don't think much of these things. It's been 20 years since the Battle of the Red Ring. Time seems to pass everywhere but here in Skyrim. Seems as though things stay quite the same here. Well, with the exception of the Civil War and the dragons. And I've already dealt with one of those. I know I need to find that staff for Enthyr. Of course. Ragro Shub asked me to find the writings of the great Shalador. So many errands to run. So many things to do. One thing's for sure, I won't run out of usefulness here in Skyrim for quite some time. Well, I could go right back to, where was it, Windhelm, and bring this file back to Nurelion, I suppose, with his, the status of his health. I should head back there right away. After that, I'll find that staff and then the writings. Ugh, and there's the matter of Azura as well. That's what brought me to Winterhold in the first place, was Azura. Must find her star. It's fun to think that it was another Daedra that set me on this path. Although I suppose I was headed to Winterhold anyway. I must be careful not to crack this file anymore. Yes, I'll head to Windhelm without delay. If this has truly been Nurelion's life work, then I suppose it's incumbent upon me to help him in any way I can. I get the feeling something is following me, ready to take a bite. Some dark force is nipping at my ankles. Is it death you seek? Allow me to oblige. Foolish beasts. Charge so freely to your own demise. I'll leave those pelts for another traveler. I have no use for them now. And no time to do the skinning. Must be hunger that compels these wolves to attack prey like me. What's this?
Oh, I've heard this one before. Watch out, divines. Poor Godrier curses you all for giving him life.
Watch your mouth, you punk. Who do you think you are?
The man doing your job?
Gentlemen, good day.
That spell looks dangerous. Keep your distance.
All right. Hello.
I trust you know what you're doing with that spell.
Don't worry about my spell.
That spell...
They must take me for a conjurer of cheap tricks. Now, with those two gentlemen there, I'm sure that mill is protected. They have no use for me. Oh, but they did have an excellent view of Windhelm for the final battle with Ulfric. I wonder what side they were on. Oh, Khajiit. Well met, friends.
This one thinks you should be more careful with your spells.
Why is everyone talking about my spells?
Take a look.
Everyone's very, very concerned with my bound bow today. I might read that book later. See, I have no use for these boots. No, this dragon bones. No, gold Khajiit, I suppose you'd like me to buy something. No. You can't even afford this garnet. Fine, I'll give you a good deal. Let's see, what do you have that I can purchase? Some very nice elven armor. Well, that's enough for me.
May your road lead you to warm sands.
And you as well, friends.
You should be more careful.
The next person who mentions my spell is going to get a... never mind. I do enjoy the Khajiit. They're a very important part of the Altmer Dominion. Without them, without them, our list of allies would indeed grow short. Guard? I know without that giant, cursed golem Numidium, that Tiber Septim would have stood no chance of invading Alinor. I would love to find a tome or a rare book or someone who can tell me exactly how he accomplished that. There's so much we don't know about that period.
Did you use my
Nurelion.
hammer?
Hello. I hope
Last
business is
I
well.
told you to leave my tools alone.
Idiot.
Have yours, and I have mine.
Just lose my mind around that elf.
Take a good look around. I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for. If not, let me know. I might have it stored away.
You do remember me.
My master can be a bit short-tempered, but I've learned so much from him.
Yes. Quintus, was it? Is your...
I don't appreciate loiterers, if that's what you're here to do.
Where's that voice coming from? Nurelion? Nurelion? Where did he get off to? Quintus, have you seen your master?
I'll never have Master Nurelion with potions.
Here to gawk at my goods.
Oh, there you are. Nurelion, I've returned.
I'd better give you
Alchemy is simple. Unless, of course, you are simple. Then, I can't help you. Must you bother me now? I've almost figured out where it is.
Nurelion, you forget I've brought you the file, but it's damaged.
Listen. It matches every description of the file that I've found in lore. But if it can't hold liquid, there's no way of knowing. How did you manage to damage it then? This is what I get for not retrieving it myself.
You never would have made it. By Ariel, it was like this when I found it.
Figures. I doubt you have sufficient knowledge to harm the file, even if you wanted to.
What?
Either way, this is the end of it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm not quite in the mood to entertain guests. I trust you can show yourself out.
Of course.
Here's for your trouble.
I understand. I hope you find peace in Nurelion. Let's see, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gold.
I want to thank you for your help. I know my master can be a bit short at times.
And cheap. I was, happy to help.
Here. You should have this. Even though the file was damaged, I still think your efforts deserve reward. Now, if you'll pardon me, I'm going to tend to Nurelion. I can make his final days a bit less painful.
Of course. I wish you both well. Where'd you go? Oh. All right. That poor old elf. I do hope he finds peace. Ariel, guide him and protect him. Before I leave Windhelm, I must think. When I return to the college, I will let Jazargo know that his flame cloaks are not as useful as he perhaps thinks they are. Of course, there's the matter of Azura's star. That is an interesting task. Of course, Danica Peerspring back in Whiterun is expecting me to find Nettlebane or some such. I do remember this. So many things to do, so many notes I've made. Of course, the matter of the dragons. I need to meet Delphine at some point, but yes, that can wait. I can bring Talon J his flawless jewels for his wedding ring. Ah, Elisef the Fair. Of course. Yes, Riften is a bit far. But if I could bring High King Torig's Warhorn to the Shrine of Talos for Elisef the Fair, I think that would be... Well, the poor widow does deserve a boon. I feel like the Argonian and his jewels can wait a bit longer. I've made so many promises to the people of Skyrim, I've got to make good on some of them. I think I will start with Elisef. And I'll admit, she is easy on the eyes. For a Nord. She's probably the most eligible bachelorette in all of Skyrim. As distasteful as I find it, I will bring this horn. If laying it next to a statue of a madman and a murderer brings her some closure, then so be it. I could just as soon throw it in this frozen river and tell her that I brought it there, but... No, I am an elf of my word, and I will see her will done. Oh dear. Powerful. Didn't I already kill you? No, this must be a... I'm not sure what this is. Oh yes, excellent shot. What are you? A vampire. I should have known. Well, you can sit there and rot with my arrow straight through your neck. And your little dog, too. I'm trying to think back. I don't recall those strange hounds traveling with vampires, but perhaps my memory is not what it should be. I thought they accompanied those cultists who attacked me in Whiterun. The body of one of them still sits there under the bridge. Alright, Talos. Take your horn. It's going to bring a grieving widow some peace. But I'm going to take this gold and this sword. And what else have you got? Soul gems, more gold, iron dagger. Now you can keep the dagger. So should I return to the college? I think while I'm out, I should continue with some of these errands. So... I'm not far from Windhelm. I'm not far from Whiterun either. If I'm gonna go get that staff or... what was his name? Enthyr? Yes, I think first I'm going to deal with Azura. In my short time in Skyrim, I've learned that it's not wise to keep a Daedric prince waiting. Where did she come from? Bad kitty. Ah, that feels better. Ah, now to deal with Azura.